Ain't no money, ain't no money like jazz money. No, jazz money was a really freaky dream that I had where one of my mentors came to me and was like, oh, you know, hey baby, it's just jazz money. And it was a whole other world. And it's really about how jazz and music and hip hop and things are just devalued and, right? Am I missing anything?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, this record was made.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This record was made with jazz money. I mean, you know, a lot of the groups that are coming up now are sidemen of different various projects ranging from jazz to hip hop or whatever, and me being one of those sidemen, you know, the sidemen salary fuels our project because of, you know, just the things that are happening in the industry right now, you know, no money, and you know, so that's where I got the idea to call this record Jazz Money, because it's jazz money trying to make, you know, a big project out of no money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, make $1 out of 15 cents.
So talking about some of your influences, who are like the biggest ones on you guys?
In general, the air. No, I'm being so silly today.
It's hot out. It's hot. Don't get it twisted.
Not be silly on a hot day. Carmen McRae, you know, a bunch of jazz greats, and then flip it on the pop side. You know, everybody loves Madonna and the Adam Ant and everybody, you know, the Godfather of it all, Prince, and blah 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 blah. It's really easy, but not so easy. I could go into my back pocket and pull out all the obscure names, but right, the same. You go ahead.
I mean, you know,
She said tag.
Tag.
I mean, for me, I was always a big Herbie influence. Herbie, George Duke, I mean, Joe Zawinul, Weather Report, Return to Forever, I mean, Marvin Gaye, we can go into Thomas Dolby, I mean, the list just goes on, yeah. But, you know, just being kids of the 80s, you know, we just grew up in this fantastic world of pop where pop was more musical, you know, and I think that's what, you know, really influenced me. You know, if you look at a lot of those records from that time, I know for me, I would get a kick out of looking at those records and seeing the same session plays that played on Michael Jackson records, that played on all the Madonna records, you know, and see how they all, you know, that the LA clicks versus the New York clicks, and different, how the musicians switched around. So I always thought that was interesting to me. So all that being said, the 80s is a really big influence on me and how I write, you know.
And I want to know, how do you two work together? How do you write songs?
Sometimes he'll send me stuff. We share a studio. So a lot of times he'll just be tinkering, and next thing you know, I've got an idea, go poop. And it's a chorus or it's a concept, and 1, 2, 3 in the booth, AKA the futon.
That's real talk.
Jazz
You know,
money,
hey,
baby.
jazz money, jazz money. Queens, New York, jazz money. That means you know, basements, and yeah, and bricks, so nobody on the outside hears. So it's perfect. So yeah, he'll be tinkering. I'll be like, hey, here we go. Next thing you know, you're in the booth, and 1, 2, 3, you got a song. The end.
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's how it usually goes down, you know. You know, she'll start off with an idea, or I'll come up with an idea, or I'll just listen to vinyl. I mean, I spent a lot of time just listening to vinyl, and you just get inspired after like 30 seconds. It's like, oh, okay. You know, if you're in like a writer's block, you'd be like, just listen, you know, some vinyl, be like, all right, I'm good. You know what I mean? So
what are you guys working on now? What's next for you?
Currently, Casey's working on a solo project. Be aware for what, the end of the year, something like that.
No, it's not that late. Probably like the fall, by the fall.
Yeah, and we're also working on. We're going way back in time, back into space.
Okay.
We're releasing in November. Actually, the first heavy sessions, which were from 2002. It's stuff that folks don't really know, haven't heard. It was like the first songs. We went into the studio one day and recorded like 7 songs in one day. And that's going to be coming out, I think, on Kindred Spirits again. Yeah. And that will be around November. And then after that, we'll be going back just a little bit, but going forward, we're finally going to be releasing an album that we've been hyping for like 4 years called AM Radio. So,
AM Radio. Tell me about it. Why is it called AM Radio?
Go ahead, Casey.
There's no music on AM Radio. It's all talk,
Not anymore.
Right? Oh, school me.
Not anymore.
Teach me.
Well, just before AM radio, honey, just before AM radio.
Oh my God, she's touching me. Yeah.
Just before AM radio turned to just all talk. They used to have songs, but it used to be like, you know, almost like college radio where it would be sort of like, hey, we're going to play a song from Michael Jackson, and now we're going to go to Seals and Crofts, and now we're going to, you know, Bushwick Bill. So that's pretty much what AM radio for us is like. It's a cross section of all of the things that sort of influence us, and yeah, it all on one album. If you didn't think we were eclectic before, then oh my God,
Tell me the last song you guys worked on the studio for AM radio.
What was the last one?
Process.
What's the last one you worked on?
Gosh. You know, it's funny because like when we work on a song, we don't just work. It's like we'll work on one song for like 15 minutes, and then like while working on that song, I'll get an idea for another song, and just jump. So like we end up working on like 15 songs in one day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not really that productive, but that's what usually happens. So I mean, when you get inspired and you get inspiration, you just want to go and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, the last song, what a minute.
Too long ago.
Or Daydream.
I wish upon the stars I see.
Shining Star.
Shining Star.
What's that about?
What the hell? What the bloop, bleep, bloop, bleep. What the bleep, bloop, bleep.
That's
Cause you are my shining star. It's just a classic ballad. Loving you would be so sweet. I think I messed up my own lyrics.
It's hot. I told you, it's hot out there. So what's the future for Heavy? You gotta say something smart. Because it's the time people look and go, okay, what you gonna do?
People ask you that question, it's like, all right, I gotta pull out the best answer. Like, damn, give me.
I'm gonna change the flavor of air. Or like water. I'm like, water change different. Some.
I am ethanol, you know, like heavy gas, you know, I don't know. I mean, the answer we always give is like rule the world, but you know what, folks are sort of one song at a time. We're kind of trying to do that. We are doing that. Other than that, be God. Ooh, smite me, smite me.
He just ran couches. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Heavy, and we're out.